Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, Tbkc, and all that other good I'm stopping in the middle of a workout. Actually about to go out and do my cardio. I'm old, y'all. I gotta try to hold it together. But someone actually asked me to explain what I'm saying when I say window shoppers and the things like that. And I know that somebody just coming in, they probably like, what in the hell this dude is talking about? This is it. For most breeders, it's two different ways that you pretty much, especially when you're doing a puppy. Some breeders do the thing of the list, and the list is basically you could be. I've seen some people breeders have waiting lists of into the hundreds, and what you do is you put down a smaller deposit, whether it's $500 to $1,000, and once you're on this list throughout their litters, what they do is they go in order. So a person might pass and they go to the next person. A person might buy, and that bumps you up on the list as people get taken care of off of the list or whatever. And, sometimes that'll leave you in a position of waiting a couple years like I did with one of my Rottweilers. But it was worth it. And then other breeders, because of popularity, will take a deposit on a breeding early. And most of the times, like I say, that it'll be 4 deposits. You get the 4 deposits in, usually second and third on the females. Most good breeders will keep the first unless they know exactly what they're looking for. Now, in those situations, some wait till it's confirmed. If they're really popular like us, sometimes people want to put their deposits down very early and say, hey, whatever, I'll switch it to another breeding later, or however that situation goes. There you have it. Or, some breeders wait. And I think this is the hardest one. I've done it like this before, and that's the hardest one because you'll take the list with no deposits on a breeding, and typically what happens is you'll have some people that when you call them and you say, hey, the puppies are born, and you send pictures of the puppies, bam, they're right all, they're on it. And then you'll have other people who just jumped on a list to wait around. Now, what we talk about with the window shoppers thing, and is this. And this is something that I go through, well, I have gone through, and it's sort of making me want to change things to doing like the list type thing. And especially now that I know I can get these breedings done how I want to get them done. But when you hear me speak of window shoppers, this is really generally a person who calls you knowing that they're not going to purchase anything. And they want you to do contracts. They want you to send them a million pictures. They want you to do all these things that entails buying a dog. And me personally, I'll talk to you about dogs. I don't even have a problem sending the pictures. The only thing of my pet peeve on that is that you do a contract, and especially the promise to buys. That's what I call those people. I'll send you the money Friday, or I'll send you the money Saturday. It becomes a problem for the breeders who do that, and especially when I was doing a lot of that, is that these people will hold off a spot for other people who are trying to buy actually. And then when the day comes, whether it's Saturday or whatever, it's always a different reason as to why they didn't do it. And a lot of times for us that are going through the work to try to find good homes for these puppies, you might miss out on a couple good homes by doing it that way. So I think, in advice to everyone, the list that I told you about, I find that to be effective. I've seen the Rottweiler community and the Doberman community are real good at doing that long list, and I think maybe just waiting until the dogs are born, or if you're going to take a deposit, only take a deposit from for sure buyers who know what they're getting into with dogs, that they're not made in a factory, or that something might happen like the breeding's not taking, which it seemed like that happened to us a lot over the last year. Fortunately, I got fat bitches around here right now ready to drop, so that's a good thing. But on both sides of the ball, hopefully this helps some of you newer breeders out on the way to go about it. And when you're newer, it's probably easier because you can just wait until your puppies drop and you don't have a million people calling you or whatever. But to the buyers, I'm going to tell you this. Most good breeders will talk to you. They will give you information. If you tell them I'm buying a dog in the future, it's all good. I will say a lot of them will talk to you, give you information, give you insight on the breed when they have time. And it's not all about like, hey, you know, send me something right now. But the one thing I tell you as a courtesy to those breeders is, if you know you're not going to pay the guys or girls, don't do that thing of, hey, I'm paying you this day or that day, I've got this, write me up 1,000,000 contracts, send me 30 million pictures, and you know you're not buying a dog. Because let's just be realistic, time is precious to everybody on both sides of the equation. And I've been on both sides of the equation. I've done some things the wrong way and put myself in tough spots, and I've done some things where I've been able to clean it up. And I'm thinking right now, the best way is, window shoppers, if you don't have it, don't even act like you have it. Just get as much information as you can. And, you know, in breeders, I guess, you know, like I say, I like the idea of just one long-ass waiting list, because I've tried it the other way, and it's the biggest headache in the world. But however it helps you out, man, it's all opinion from there. But that's what I was talking about with the window shoppers, you know, and that's what I was talking about as far as the proper way. Some people ask me, what way would you go about selling the puppies? I think I'm switching to the list personally. But I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.